Howdy folks, this is Jackers back again with another episode of our Subnautica Below Zero Nickel Tour, this time with our second episode, having just finished our premiere on YouTube of the first episode. So, let's get started. Now, as I noticed on the premiere, I think I missed something back at this emergency supply cache. So let's head over that way and we can, of course, gather some resources and maybe some groceries as we go, if need be. And if you are new to Subnautica Below Zero, this is an underwater, mostly, survival game. No, I missed the bladderfish. Come to me, bladderfish. And we have survived the loss of our scientific base. It was consumed by a glacier. And so now we are doing our best. It is really dark. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we've never been out this way in the dark before. We're just gonna kind of follow our beacon there and hope one of those freeze ray fish, or whatever kind of critter it is, it doesn't zot us as we pass through. Okay. Interestingly, our scanner keeps popping up on the lower right there. Not entirely sure why, but alright, I think this is something. Yeah. Look at that, a compass. Well, huzzah. I don't think I've ever really used, well, the compass, no, I've used. The Pathfinder tool, I have not. Now, where is our base? Our emergency shelter. Well, you know what? We're here. Let's pick up a few more things. I don't think we have quite enough oxygen to get back. I would love to scan some of these things, but the last time we were here, there were sea monkeys about, and they love nothing more than to steal whatever is in your cold, wet hands. Let's take a shot at this light. Nope. What about this guy? Can we get him a pinacarid? We got him. Alright, so let's put our scanner away. And sometime when we're not, underwater, we should take a look at some of those entries. But for the moment, let's roll. See if we can notice any technology. There's one of the sea monkeys just waiting to pick my pocket or my fingers. Really need to teach them to go out scavenging for us. Alright, let's kind of look around a little bit for technology that we can scan. Ooh, there are some more ribbon plants. We could use those to make batteries with copper. I think it's 2 ribbon plants and 1 copper ore to make a battery. Nice having a bit more oxygen in the tank now. We can stay down a little longer. Something exciting's going on upstairs. At least it sounds... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, looks like bits and pieces of something are still falling to the ground. Titanium, quartz. Bladderfish. Another bladderfish. As I said in the previous episode, I think you can overfish an area, so I don't want to grab too many at once, especially not in an area that I tend to haunt a lot, because having a continued source of water is kind of good. Alrighty. Back in the base we go. So, we learned that we can make a compass if we wanted to do that. How would we? There's the Pathfinder tool. We can also make deployables, so like these beacons, it's actually kind of handy to have them around when you find something. So maybe we'll just build one and keep it in our inventory. If I were a compass, where would I hide? Here we go. Copper wire and a wiring kit. So we could build copper wire. What would we need? We need silver for a wiring kit. Okay, let's go ahead and store some things. We can store some bladderfish. So uncooked fish store really well. Cooked fish do not. We do need a little bit to eat right now, so why don't we maybe make a couple waters. Let's put some titanium in. I like to keep some things on me, but we don't need to keep quite that much. And certainly don't need to keep that much quartz on us. Alright, and we'll put the disinfected water and nutrient block in. I like keeping them in storage just in case we get to that point where I haven't found food or drink and we need to rush home. Alright, so here's our water. And our dinner. And a little bit to drink, a little bit to eat, and a little bit more to drink. Still not really capping off. I think you can go over a little bit, so oversaturate or oversatiate your hunger, but I imagine we'll figure that out as we go. In the past, it's kind of been a little bit easier to find technology. They could have been doing that as a way to test placement or just to test player interactions. But I feel like I'm seeing distinctly less scrap technology around to scan than the last few times I've played. So we may end up, as part of our nickel tour, jumping forward in time as I try and get us to places where we can see new things. For now, though, in episode 2, let's do what we're doing. Can we scan one of these guys, or have we already done that? Looks like we may have already done that. Bit more copper. Never one to look gift resources in the mouth. This is new to me. Unless this is where we came out. But even so, I think it looks a little different to me. No, I would bet that's where we came out. When our base collapsed and we were rushing back from the Jeff excursion. So there is quite a bit to explore, and it's always kind of exciting when they do updates because things have definitely changed, and I never know quite what has. That's one of the things that froze us. A brine wing. Okay, that's as close as we want to get to him. Unless I can freeze him back. I mean, turnabout's fair play. That looks like technology we can scan. Sea Glide Fragment. This should be our second piece of 3. Putting our tool away before the sea monkeys come and pawn it somewhere for whatever sea monkeys pawn things for. And as I said in the last episode, it is a very, should you choose it to be, relaxing game. I have gotten myself turned around, haven't I? Huh. Imagine that. And there is fragment number 3. And tool away, so we can now build our Sea Glide. 248 meters from base, and we need some air. We'll pop on up to the surface, which always looks like she's signaling a touchdown. And their shore is something big and sounding a little unhappy in the neighborhood. Oh, interesting. That's a sea monkey's nest beneath us. That is, I can't remember what it's called, an oxygen plant? Usually you can scan these, but that's Sea Glide fragments. We already have them. I don't want to use up the, is that cave sulfur just sitting there? It is. Alright, we're going to grab that, and then we're going to run. Usually have to have an explosive fish come and chase you to get some of that. Alrighty. Touchdown! Okay. There we are. Off like a school of robin. Another ribbon plant. I don't know if these can actually go bad, so you know what? Let's leave that. Some things can essentially spoil in the storage unit. Some things cannot, and I am... well, I think it changes from time to time, perhaps. Or at least I am certainly not familiar with it. There's our crystalline sulfur. Another bit of copper. We're using up our storage. We can build more, I believe, under deployables as a waterproof locker. We would need 4 titanium. Let's see what we need to build our Sea Glide. Battery, lubricant, copper wire, and titanium. Lubricant was a creepvine seed cluster. Got it. Wiring, I think, is... was it 2 copper? Wiring. And lubricant. And other things that I don't recall. A battery, yes. So we need 2 ribbon plants and copper. 1 and 2. And we get our battery. And then we get our Sea Glide. Excellent. Okay. And now, if we step away from this, we should be able... you know what? Let's come over here to storage. Gonna put that flare away. And the first aid kit. You'd think I'd want to keep that on me. I'm usually pretty okay without it, he said, and then was immediately devoured and bled to death. Anyway, let's try our Sea Glide. I don't know if the sea monkeys can steal these. Got a little sort of terrain map on it, which is kind of cool. We don't want to use it up too much. What it's really good for is to get to a depth and then get back out of it while you still have oxygen to go. Let's jump back in our base quick. Oh, let's be fancy and take our Sea Glide. And back into base. Now, let's take a look in our blueprints. And these are the things we've researched and have the ability to make. Not a whole lot yet. And I don't actually recall what unlocks what. Out of curiosity, The creature that froze us was a brinewing. Let's see what it says about a brinewing. A medium-sized predator known to spit supercooled salt water to freeze its prey from afar. A large bladder on the brinewing's underside fills with seawater as it swims. Some water is filtered out through an internal membrane, leaving behind a strong saline solution. Two flat, transparent, extendable fins act as radiators, releasing heat and cooling the bladder's contents. The brinewing can then contract its bladder, expelling the supercooled brine and freezing the seawater up to several meters away from it. While warm-blooded life forms may suffer minor injuries on contact with the brine, it is not cold enough to freeze most vertebrates. The real danger is being helplessly encased in a block of ice, sinking ever closer towards the brinewing's jaws. Assessment: beware a full bladder. And then there are also the penguins. A bird-like creature hunts small fish below the water, huddles in packs on the ice above, consumes small prey fish, and regurgitates them for its young. Retractable tail and claws allow for fast evasion of predators underwater and maximum grip on the ice. Sharp teeth concealed inside the beak can tear chunks out of aggressors and prey alike. Huddles in pack on the surface for protection against the cold. Assessment: less cuddly than they look. And the pinnacarid. An intelligent and curious creature which hunts and forages below the waterline, but returns to the surface to breathe. Its many flippers make this an acrobatic hunter underwater, but vulnerable on land, where it is capable at best of a fast shuffle. Generally consumes small fish. Its diet may also include various plant materials. Side-facing eyes, unusual for a predator. These likely serve as a defensive warning system. Purple-tinted antennae on the head detect movement of prey fish nearby. Shows no aggression towards humans, and even curiosity if there is a chance of a meal. Assessment friendly. So I think these are ones that we could tempt with fish. Now I've blown through water. See, I think we go through too much water. I mean, here in the shelter we should not really be losing all that much at once. Let's have a couple of hoopfish as a light meal as well. And here we go. Never eat the antenna, I believe is the, tagline for the hoopfish. And then we can back out and we can have our water. And we'll get +3 water from the hoopfish and +23 food. We'll overeat just a bit, which is kind of handy. I don't think you can overdrink, though. I don't think you can get past 100 in thirst or lack thereof. All right. On the road again. Let's see what we can find as we explore. I hear you, but I don't see ya. What are you making such a noise? You know what? Let's try and feed one. Come here, boomerang fish. Hi there. There you go. No, that didn't work. Sorry, buddy. Let's try that again. Once more from the top with feeling. Hi. Okay, I seem to have grabbed you. That was probably not the most socially endearing thing I could have done. Thank you for not being too offended at that, Pinnacarid. It's a bit of a change from here's a fish to let me grab your wings and ride you like an itsy bitsy pony. Alright. And there's some sea monkeys hanging about. Silver. Ooh, we needed silver for something. Here we have what? Mobile vehicle bay fragments. Alright, let's keep an eye out for the sea monkeys as we scan their nest and put our tool away. Did we Do we need to scan into it? We do. Alright. Okay, so we've got 1/3 of a mobile vehicle bay. Let's get some air. So there are different vehicles. One is the sea truck, which is, well, kind of what it sounds like. It's got a cab and it has different sections that you can build into it. Everything from basically a shop where you can use the fabricator like we have in our emergency shelter, to an aquarium for storing species. I think there's also a storage section. I can't quite remember all of them. It's been a while. What is this? Hello there, mobile vehicle bay fragment. Pleasure to meet you and scan you 67% of the way. It is much darker in some places than when last I played. Alright, so that we can replenish oxygen from those bulbous plants. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Ooh, this is table coral. These can come in very handy. We want to grab that, put our knife away quick. I believe we can use those for building chips, CPUs. If we scan the Sea Glide fragment now that we've already got it, we should get some titanium. Yeah, okay, let's put our tool away, go and get some air. That was a bit deeper than I thought. In worst case, we can always get our Sea Glide and... Ooh, what is that? What is that? Let's go find... Oh, what is that? That is a live wire underwater. I wonder how that actually would behave, honestly. Come on. No, really. Let's go. There we are. What do we have here? A habitat builder. Ooh, we can build a base now. Oh, look at us go. No power. Oh, it doesn't... I'm guessing it doesn't have a battery. Let's put it away before it gets stolen. There is a flare. Sure, we can grab a flare. Nutrient block. Always happy to get food. And not quite as happy to stand out on a metal platform in a lightning storm in the water. But there you go. That's where we are. Oh, look at that little guy over there hopping around. Okay, they are cute. They may have teeth hidden inside their beaks, but they're cute. Altera PDA, download data. Fauna research. Page down to view. Species identification has proven a valuable tool in making the Arctic sustainable for continued habituation. Many species have evolved to thrive in this mineral-rich Arctic environment with unique mutations. Further study should hold untold knowledge and scientific breakthroughs. Okay, good to know. It is really dark, like the inside of my flipper dark. Is that a critter in there? If it is, I don't think it's kind of with us anymore. Or is he just kind of stuck? Are you stuck there, little guy? Yeah, I think he's okay. He's just kind of... There you go. There's the exit. No, maybe he'll figure it out. Alright, let's see what we've got going on down here. Ooh, hello. This is the thing I missed the last time. A data box. Let's grab that quick before I strike again. A scanner room, we've learned. Blueprint for that. That is disinfected water. We'll grab that. In here we have another first aid kit. Alright, let's jet back up and get some air. So, right now we are most definitely in the gathering stage. But now that we have a habitat builder, we could definitely get involved with at least some building. A lead. A bit of lead. Ooh, let's grab... just in case we're not coming through this way anytime soon. quartz. We've got a lot of quartz, I guess. And another sea glide fragment. That's 2 pieces of titanium. So we can just leave that there for now. There's another bladderfish. Let's grab him and head back up for air. That is still beautiful. It does have a little... seems to be, or not always, but often a hitch going between underwater and above. But other than that, it does seem to run remarkably smoothly. I got some screen tearing in the land-based base, the Altera base where we started, but other than that, I think we do need to be a little careful here. I am a little more familiar with this region from the last time I played, and we're getting closer to things that will want to take bites out of us. Not lethal bites, but painful bites. Enough of them could be lethal, I suppose. And it looks like the sun is coming up. But looks can be deceiving. Okay. So once again, we're just kind of scanning the ground for technology or unique resources. Anything that will help us. There's another sea glide fragment. Okay, our base is back that way. We can get a little deeper as long as we can keep eyes on the oxygen replenishment. This is a sea truck fragment. We are definitely going to scan that. 1 out of 3. Put that away. Grab some salt. And sure. So our oxygen efficiency has decreased. We don't have quite as much as we normally would. There's one of the more dangerous creatures right under the crosshair. Let's steer clear for now.
30 seconds.
But we're above 100 meters, so we should actually have as much time as it says we have. I don't know if it accounts for it within the time or not when you're below. I can't recall. And I don't know that I've ever actually, really paid attention closely to it. We'll have to give that a whirl. But I like that we've gotten some new technology around here. Let's dive a little deeper. You can dissuade them with the knife. Actually, if you hit them enough times, you can kill them with it too, but they do tend to want to run away from that rather than, let you finish the task. Can't say I blame them. Alright. I notice that we are getting later in time, so we are probably going to fall back to our base and safety. And we will call this our second episode of our Nickel Tour. 5 episodes, at least, of Subnautica Below Zero. And, of course, if you would like to see more, please let me know in the comments. And we'll see whether or not I move forward in time. Let me know in the comments if you think that is a good idea, or if you really want to see every painstaking step. It's not really that horrible, but it might take longer than 5 episodes to get somewhere really significant. Which, essentially would just be 2.5 hours in game time. Alrighty. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me here on our second episode. And I hope you found it entertaining and maybe even just a little bit informative. I would like to invite you to think of something that makes you truly happy, something that brings you joy. Really just feel that joy. Sometimes it's hard to remember those kinds of things, but Every once in a while, it's nice to just take a moment out and remember them, think about them, and kind of open the curtains and let the light back in. And I would like to thank you for letting me share some of your time and show you something that I truly enjoy. And yeah, most of all, I would really, truly like to ask you to please, please take care.